Hello, my lovelies. That's Mama Bear here, and I'm going to talk about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Excellent movie, starring Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, uh, James Marsden as uh, Tom Wachkowski or Donut Lord, and the wonderful voice talent of Ben Schwartz as Sonic. Super excellent movie. I had a fan request this, and largely to review one particular scene. But I figured since I hadn't watched it anyway, and I had been meaning to, we all have a huge list of movies that we've been meaning to get around to, and you know what, this is a great time. So I decided I might as well watch it anyway. And you know what, I'm totally glad I did, because the movie was actually really great. Now, I remember stuff like, you know, Super Mario Brothers, the really, really cringy gamer movies. So I always walk into these, um, hesitantly. But this one actually was pleasant. I was pleasantly surprised by it. There wasn't any real shockers or surprises when it came to the movie itself. I did see a lot of the stuff coming, but overall, really good movie. Nice family friendly, and me having the little one, that is something that's actually kind of important. But even as the gamer standpoint, looking at it, you can see a lot of the stuff that aspects that from the game that they brought into the movie, which was a nice touch. And I will give them credit for redesigning Sonic after the huge outcry against the original design. I don't misunderstand. I don't think fans should dictate 100% of what happens in a movie. But when it comes to huge franchises, you know, like like this, like Sonic, Star Wars, Star Trek, Marvel, DC, anything like that, yes, the fans should be taken into account. I mean, that's actually something for me as a fan of the Dark Phoenix. That's why I haven't actually watched the Dark Phoenix at this point, because Phoenix is actually one of my favorite Marvel characters. And I can't sit through another Last Stand. But I completely digress. That'll be one for another day. Like I said, I'm very happy with how they did this. Um, Wonderful movie. The baseball scene was the one that was actually requested, from somebody who grew up watching baseball. You know, I liked it. I loved watching him role play different characters, depending on what position on the field he was, doing the whole, you know, calling out the actions like you would if you were actually listening to the game. That was fun. That was enjoyable. Watching as he hits the ball, goes and you can actually run to go to catch it, then do the bases. Fun, fun, fun. Excellently done. And then there's that heart-wrenching moment as he realizes just how alone he really is, which leads to him doing the power up that initiates the action of the movie. And like I said, they could not have done that scene better, in my opinion. That was beautifully written, beautifully done. And it was that important catalyst that the movie needed, because it was admittedly starting off a little slow, which is kind of ironic for a Sonic movie, but it was good. Seeing how the rings play into factors that all of us have spent time collecting the rings in the games, by seeing how they actually play in for the character in the movie. Yes. Only thing I really would have liked to have seen him go full on supersonic, but they're probably saving that for the second movie, which at this point is pretty much a safe bet, because it did have a good response. It was an excellent movie, and they did do the teaser with Tails at the end. So, fingers crossed. Overall, happy I watched it, and you know what, totally recommend it. Especially if you got a little one around or you're an old fan of the game. This one will not disappoint. Okay, gotta bounce. Going to post a poem later, but thank you all for watching. And don't forget to hit that like button, share this out. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell so you do not miss things. Especially when the weeks I host the Queen's Council. You do not want to miss that. Love y'all.